believe we've seen the first signs of why Liverpool can't win the league or the Champions League this season. Now, obviously, I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to be proved wrong. But I think in that Crystal Palace game, in other games, I think we've seen the kind of frailties in that Liverpool side. I think defensively, there's a lot of question marks. I think the fact that they leave so much space to be exploited, the way that Slot currently has a system, leaving the two centre backs to fend for themselves a lot of the time. Now, Alisson is an absolutely superb goalkeeper, and he's pulled them out quite a few times across the start of the season. Look, they scored so many stoppage time goals, so many late goals, to pull out results they probably shouldn't have received. What stands out in my head is that Newcastle one. They got very, very lucky with that winning goal in the last few seconds. Newcastle looked more likely to snatch a winner than they did. I also believe that against Atletico Madrid, they were very lucky. Against Crystal Palace, they almost got very lucky, except for obviously conceding very late on. I think that as well, not even just the fact that results have gone their way, I think performances are just worrying because Bournemouth, again, they've got a very late goal against Bournemouth to win it. I just feel that these are signs of, look, we heard from pundits talking like, oh, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do to be a champion. Champions win games, great teams win games even when they're not playing well. But I'll be honest, I've not seen Liverpool be able to hold the team out, apart from that Arsenal game when both teams were unwilling to go at each other. The Chelsea game will be interesting to see when they play them on Saturday night. Liverpool obviously have some defensive issues. They've also got some injury concerns. Alisson will be missing. He's a huge loss. Mamadashvili coming in is a great keeper, but not at the same level. Alexander Isak has yet to light up. Ekitike is missing, I believe, or I might be wrong in terms of with the sending off that he received. But in general, just to summarise all this up, they look very good going forward. They look creative, they look dangerous. However, they are playing against some of the best teams in the world in the Premier League and in the Champions League. Players who can defend, who can get into a rigid shape, who can shut them out, and even if they do get through, goalkeepers are there to stop them. What they're doing is they're completely ignoring that and just kind of letting gung-ho in terms of their defensive duties, from what I've seen. And even if they aren't going with that attitude, they don't seem capable of defending at the minute. They look to want to attack continuously, which is, it's all well and good thinking that, but there has to be a balance, and at this present time they do not have that balance. If they continue going the way they're going, I can see them finishing third in the Premier League. With, I know Man City's been relatively slow off the mark this season, and there's still question marks about them, but I could see them usurping Liverpool and getting above them. I do think Arsenal look the most dangerous. They're able to shut teams out. They're able to get goals when they need them. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the Premier League. They've invested for it. Liverpool have spent over 200 million in the summer transfer window, maybe even 300. And yes, they've improved up front, but they're seriously lacking in defence. But look, I'll stop rambling. I'll stop going on about defences. I'll stop going on about their tactics in terms of defensively. I hope to be proved wrong. But look, I've been Brendan McGilligan. Thank you very much for watching. I would encourage comments. I would encourage discussion. I'd love to hear from you, as long as it's either constructive or you disagree, but you do so in a kind of relatively nice manner. To let me know I'm a bit of an idiot, or whether you think my genius would be nice as well. But look, I've been Brendan McGilligan. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.